Just to recap what we've talked about so far, I want to review this idea of reading questions in a standardized way. So this means that all interviewers will read each question exactly as it appears. And this can be tricky. Sometimes the questions might not sound natural or might not sound the way you talk. Respondents might be annoyed that you have to read all the answer choices before you let them answer. But it's really important so we can have methodologically sound research that you do your absolute best to abide by these principles of standardization and to explain to respondents that this is your job. One thing that can be helpful to say is, it's my job to read each question exactly as it appears. And I think a lot of people might be impatient, but they will put up with it knowing that you're just doing your job, and your job as an interviewer is to read each question in its entirety in the order that it appears. And we'll talk a bit more about that. Some of these same issues will come up during today's video on clarifying. So a question that comes up a lot is what to do if a respondent doesn't understand a question or doesn't understand a word or a part of a question. Because remember, you as an interviewer cannot add, subtract, or change any words in the question. You have to read the question exactly as it appears. So what to do if you need to clarify a question for a respondent? The first thing to do is wait to be asked for clarification. Wait until the respondent says, "What do you mean?" or "I don't understand," and you know that they need your help. Then you have a few options. You could repeat all or part of the question. You could repeat all the answer choices. Don't just repeat some. Read all the answer choices again. If none of these work and the respondent still doesn't understand the question and doesn't understand a word and keeps asking you, what does this word mean? Your last resort option is to tell them whatever it means to you. So you as an interviewer shouldn't be making up definitions. You shouldn't come up with what you think a word means or what you think a respondent will understand. You shouldn't clarify a question just because it looks to you like the respondent is confused. You should wait for them to ask you to clarify a question or a response option.